It's a gripping account of an insider's view of the abortion industry. Stay with us.
Abby Johnson was a psychology student at Texas A&M University when she started volunteering at Planned Parenthood in Bryan, Texas. Abby initially joined the Planned Parenthood staff as a health center assistant. Over the next several years, she became the director of community services before finally being promoted to facility director. In this capacity, Abby supervised all center employees and oversaw day-to-day operations of the abortion facility.
Describe to me your position on abortion while you were the director. Was it something you really strongly felt about?
Yes, I consider myself very pro-choice. I do think that I was pro-choice. I was for a woman making the best option, choosing the best option for her. Many of my colleagues, now looking back, I would say they were pro-abortion. You know, there were times when women would have an ultrasound. After talking with one of the educators, they would decide that abortion was not the right option for them. And so they would decide they would want to parent. And that made me happy. I would think, that's great. They're making the best choice for them. That would make some of my coworkers angry because they weren't choosing abortion. And they didn't think that was the best choice for them. And, you know, looking back on that, it makes me kind of realize that a lot of people that consider themselves to be pro-choice are in fact pro-abortion. There's not very many people that work in abortion facilities that are in fact for choice. You know, the sad thing is that a lot of women, if they're in, you know, kind of something that's deemed a crisis pregnancy, they think that they can go to Planned Parenthood for options counseling, but that's not what they're going to receive. You know, if you ask a counselor at Planned Parenthood, you know, when does my baby have a heartbeat? They have no idea. And you'll probably get 4 different answers.
What was your experience when you tried to provide thorough counseling?
They didn't want to take the time.
So they discouraged you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't want to take the time. They didn't want to close down their clinic. That wasn't important. As long as they knew about abortion, that was really all that mattered, because that's how they're making money in their facilities anyway. So that's really all that matters. They don't make money on adoption referrals. They don't make money on prenatal information. They make money on abortion.
As the director of Planned Parenthood in Bryan, Texas, Abby Johnson participated in monthly budget and planning meetings. During one such meeting, Abby's eyes were open to the greater agenda of what she thought was a family planning business.
My boss started really hounding me about increasing our abortion numbers at my facility. And she said, you know, we've just got to get more women in here for abortions. And when I looked at our client goals, every center will have numbers that they want you to meet over the year, over the fiscal year, which kind of is sick that they want you to have a certain number of abortions that they want you to do. I saw that my number of abortions that they wanted me to do had increased by almost 60%. And I said, okay, wait guys, isn't this kind of the opposite of what we want to do here? I mean, shouldn't our family planning numbers be so high that our abortions would be decreasing? I mean, isn't that what Planned Parenthood is about? Aren't we about prevention? Aren't we about, you know, making abortion rare? Isn't that what we say we're about? And my supervisor said, you know, Abby, you've really got to get your priorities straight. Abortion needs to be your priority, because that's where our money is. I never saw it until I heard those words come out of her mouth, that abortion needed to be my priority. And I simply told her, abortion will never be my priority. Preventing abortion is my priority.
Was that the beginning of the end?
That was the beginning of the end.